From RedZone Weather in Brewton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. A severe weather update starts right now.
Strong storms moving in from the west on this Wednesday evening. A tornado watch is now in effect for several counties in South Alabama and Northwest Florida until 1 a.m. Good Wednesday evening to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Glad you're with us today. We have a situation where we're going to have some strong to severe storms in the overnight hours. Right now, the main batch of storms is back over Mississippi, and this batch of storms is about to cross the Alabama state line into the state of Alabama. At this point, the strongest storms situated in parts of Stone and George counties over here in Mississippi, and those are the ones that are going to move into our area. We could have a few tornadoes and areas of damaging straight line winds overnight. We've got all the details for you, and we're going to do a deep dive into the radar data as it stands right now as this line of storms continues to approach our area. Also seeing a few discrete cells out ahead of the main line, kind of embedded in that area of rain in Mobile County. We'll come back and talk about that all, but I want to start with exactly what you can expect in the overnight hours. So let's switch sources and go to the graphics. Here's the tornado watch, and it's valid until 1 a.m. If you are in Washington, Escambia, Alabama, Baldwin, or Mobile counties, you are involved in this tornado watch until 1 a.m. Same thing in Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties in Northwest Florida. It's a tornado watch valid until 1 a.m., meaning the ingredients are coming together for the potential for a few tornado warnings a bit later. Now, here's the latest convective outlook. We're still involved in this level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk, meaning we could have scattered severe storms. Now, the fact of the matter is, most of us will have heavy rain, lightning, thunder, maybe gusty winds at times. Most of us will not have severe weather overnight, but the risk is there for a few tornadoes. And as I always say, if a tornado affects you, it's a big deal. There's the zoomed out view. This is a risk that's in place exclusively for South Alabama, Northwest Florida. You can see that the Storm Prediction Center has actually trimmed out that level 3 risk that was in place for Louisiana earlier, as storms have now moved to the east and are moving in to our local area. And so in the overnight hours, what we're thinking is that we could have a few tornadoes and areas of damaging straight line winds capable of knocking down a few trees. Very similar to what happened earlier today in parts of Louisiana, where a few tornadoes and also areas of wind damage happened because of these storms. Not really as concerned about the hail damage or the risk of flash flooding overnight, as we are expecting 1 to 2 inches of rain, probably not much more than that. Obviously a good bit of lightning as well. And so here's how it's going to shake out. This is off the high-res rapid refresh model, and you can see that storms are setting up in Mississippi and will gradually move across our region in the overnight hours. That look is valid tonight at 11 o'clock. So in just a few hours, this whole mess is going to be basically on top of us, dumping copious amounts of rain, maybe a few tornadoes and gusty winds. But the good news is, by the time we get to 2 and 3 in the morning, most of the action will be to our east, and I think no later than 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be able to give you an all clear. Now, that's obviously a bit sooner than we thought. These storms have moved across Louisiana and Mississippi a bit quicker today than expected, and that's a good thing. Hopefully, we'll be able to give the all clear no later than 2 or 3 o'clock. That's kind of the momentum that these storms have moving across our region. But again, just to be safe, we'll say 4 a.m. for now. That's probably when we will be able to give you an all clear. Stay tuned in the RedZone Weather app, and until we do that for your location, please have a way to get those warnings overnight. This whole mess is associated with a storm system, a cold front, draped right in through here. This is the infrared satellite shot. Big area of low pressure back here across the Arklatex region, and the trailing cold front out ahead of it. You've got all this Gulf moisture streaming in from the south, and these are the thunderstorms as they stand right now. Lots of lightning in these storms. Now, lightning counts have gone down a bit over the last few hours, and we expect that trend to continue as we are now obviously in the hours of darkness after sunset. And so odds are the lightning counts will go down, but still these are going to be loud and proud thunderstorms over the next few hours. Here's how much it's going to rain in your hometown. 1 to 2 inches of rain in total, really across our entire area. Greater rain amounts closer to the coast. And so can't completely rule out 1 or 2 flash flood warnings overnight, but this is not going to be a long, drawn out deal. I think that the heavy rain will get out of here in the morning, And then we may have a few residual showers in the daytime hours tomorrow, really extending into Friday morning, but the big rain will be gone to our east. By the way, after storms leave our area to the east, we still will have gusty winds, and that's why the National Weather Service maintains a wind advisory for our entire local area. This is in place after the thunderstorms. And so we are expecting breezy conditions, really windy conditions tomorrow on Thursday, extending into early Friday. And so if you have those Halloween decorations outside, get them inside tonight, as we could have some strong wind overnight in the storms. And then again, tomorrow, due to pressure gradient winds. And so a wind advisory is in place. Here's your next 7 days. We'll come back to the radar after this. Rain chances going down as we get into Friday. Maybe a few lingering showers. The weekend looks nice, plenty of sunshine. Early next week looks great. Look at those high temperatures on Friday, only in the mid-60s. Going to be a really cool day on Friday. And again, severe weather risk overnight, so please have a way to get the warnings. Let's go back to the regional radar view first, and you can see this whole storm system that extends really into North Mississippi at this point, but the severe weather risk is exclusively on the southern end of Mississippi and southern end of Alabama. No severe weather risk tonight, basically north of, say, Thomasville. If you're north of Thomasville, no severe weather risk tonight, as the air is simply too stable up here. All the issues are going to be in our part of the world. Let's go over to the local radar. In fact, let me step off camera so that we can bring that local radar back on view. And there we go. There's the local radar, and the current time is now 8:15 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson. Thanks for joining us this evening. And let's kind of do a radar view across the region, because we are looking at this band of showers and thunderstorms that continues to progressively move in. Right now, heaviest rain approaching our area is happening in parts of George County, Mississippi. That's about to move near U.S. Highway 45 in Mobile County, near places like Wilmer. We'll go a bit farther to the north and show you that we have quite a bit of heavy rain. No warnings for Washington, Clark, or Choctaw counties, but you do have some heavy rain along the U.S. Highway 45 corridor coming into Millry along Alabama Highway 17. That's going to ultimately move into Jackson. Let's also go a bit farther to the south and show you that the rest of this line continues to push our way. A lot of lightning in the storms south of Biloxi, south of southeast Mississippi at this point. And again, that line extends all the way down to the boot heel of the Mississippi River. Here's the local view, and we'll put this in motion one more time for you, because again, we do have a tornado watch that does continue until 1 a.m. for Washington, Escambia, Baldwin, Mobile counties in Alabama, and Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties in northwest Florida. We may have a few tornado warnings due to these cells streaming to the north in this general fashion. I don't see any immediate indication of that on radar. Let's go back over to the iPad and just check that out before we get out of your hair, because I don't want to end the feed if we see any areas of rotation. I do see just to the south of Pascagoula an area of rotation developing here. That looks like it's going to move into Pascagoula. No tornado warning on that out as of 8:17 p.m. That's something we'll watch, and that's really indicative of the type of cells that we're going to have to watch over the next hour that are streaming in to our area out ahead of this advancing line of strong thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms that are about to move into Mobile County. But at this point, as of 8:17 p.m., we have no active tornado warnings for any part of southwest Alabama or northwest Florida. We may have warnings overnight. You've got to have a way to receive urgent tornado warnings before you go to sleep. And look, again, the storms are moving ahead of schedule. That's a good thing, because we'll be able to give you an all clear most likely a bit earlier in the night than anticipated. Hopefully by 3 and 4 in the morning, we'll be able to say goodbye to the storms and we'll be done with all this. But until we get there, we'll be with you every step of the way. More updates coming over the next little bit in the RedZone Weather app. I hope you have a good evening. More live updates in the hours ahead as needed.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free RedZone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our RedZone Weather sponsors, who make our coverage possible every single day.